Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Eddington from English110P, and I will be going over word form basics with everybody. So this lesson is based off of prefixes and suffixes, as you can see on screen. Let me just go ahead and go into full screen mode for you. Okay, so prefixes and suffixes, what are they? Prefixes and suffixes are initial bound pieces at the beginning and ends of a root word. And what do? They convey the degree or form of an action, form, or state of being. You may have heard these before in terms of how an average word like complete can be changed, but we're going to go ahead and show you some of the differences in how words can be used. But before we start with that, we have to show you some examples of prefixes. The common prefixes that you will see will be d, dis, il, im, and in, non, pre, pro, and un. These have the meanings of opposite, reverse, away, not, without, before, for, forward, before, against, not, and opposite. And for suffixes, we have able, which means able to, having the quality of, full, full of, ing, denoting an action, a material, etc., less, without, not affected by, ness, denoting a state of or condition, and why, full of, denoting a condition. And these might sound a little bit abstract at first, but I promise you'll understand it. So let's move on to our next slide. An example of what prefixes and suffixes can do. So as stated before, prefixes are the initial bound pieces of a root word, and then suffixes are the ending bound piece of a root word. So in this example, we have the word kind right here, which means having or showing a friendly, generous, or considerate nature. And if we add the prefix un right here, it is highlighted to show this prefix that changes its form. So if we go back to our last slide, un meaning against, not opposite, we have right here saying it is inconsiderate and harsh to others. Much like if we add the word kindness, we go back to our common suffixes, we have ness denoting the state or condition. Kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, or considerate. So when you add a prefix or a suffix to any type of word, it changes what it does or how it's being formed or to what degree it's being formed. So once again, just a reminder, these are some of our common prefixes right here. And these are some of our common suffixes right here. So if we look at the word complete, which means to finish making or doing, and we add the bounding piece prefix in right here. This means not or without. So complete, which would usually mean finish making or doing, incomplete would mean not full or not finished. And then we take our word complete, a bowl, adding the suffix able to having the quality of. Completable means it has the ability to complete a task. So you might hear this word being used with your parents or with your teachers or with your friends about stuff being completable, incomplete. For example, I can't complete, or my homework was incomplete because I didn't fill out all of the parts, or this assignment is completable because I've done all of the beginning parts of the task. But prefixes and suffixes also completely change the meaning of the base word instead of just building off of it. So what that means is where we had complete and we were changing the form and the meaning of just word complete by adding a few extra words to it, some words can be completely changed, meaning like their ending form is nothing like the beginning form. Best example I can think of is the word great. So the Word grate's original definition is this: reduce something, especially food, to small shreds by rubbing it on a grater or to make an unpleasant rasping sound. Weird, isn't it? You would imagine this word being used a whole lot, right? So let's try adding a prefix and a suffix to try and change its meaning to see what it does. So let's try adding the suffix full to it. So if you had great and the other word full, it means the word grateful. And what does that mean? It means feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness or being thankful. I'm very grateful to have you for all your help. I'm very grateful to you for all your help. Sorry. This shows appreciation compared to a noise or reducing food sound. Very, very distinct to what this one was. So what if we tried to potentially have a prefix in the beginning of this word? So if we try to make grateful into a different form, well, let's try adding the prefix un to it. So you have ungrateful, ungrateful. I'm sure you've heard this word before. It's been used a lot by, like I said, family, friends, teachers, people you respect. Usually it means something negative, not feeling or showing gratitude. She's so ungrateful for everything we do. Ungrateful has the opposite meaning of what grateful means. As you can tell, the prefix un means not or opposite, which is comparable to grateful, where it showed feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness, being thankful, and now it's saying not feeling or showing gratitude. As you can see here from the beginning, the word great in its first form has completely changed. And just to go back and show you, this is the original meaning of great, which is reduce something, especially food, to small shreds by rubbing it on a grater or to make an unpleasant rasping sound. Now we transformed it into ungrateful, which is the opposite of showing or feeling gratitude. This person or thing is now shown or not showing or feeling gratitude. So to help tidy up and help you understand the concepts of suffixes and prefixes, let's try a practice exercise. So in the attached link, you will have an exercise sheet. And you're going to use the slides we just learned and the word banks provided right here to complete this worksheet. While it is not required for you to use this, you may use a dictionary to help yourself understand the meaning of base words. So for example, I have to show you the definition of great, which is once again, reduce something, especially food, to small shreds by rubbing it on a grater and making an unpleasant rasping sound. And we transformed it into ungrateful, and we also transformed it into grateful. This is why I was suggesting to use a dictionary if you need help trying to understand the initial base meaning of the words. And when you do answer these activities, try your best to answer them to the best of your ability and do not erase your answers at all. I want you to try and explain your thought process, and by leaving the mistakes there, when we answer them, you can help write down notes so you can help connect the dots and you can remember why this means what. Try out different things, try sounding out different words. Like, for example, number one, I became blank interested when I saw that my favorite cousin wasn't going to be at Thanksgiving. I didn't want to go to it anymore. Well, we see the word interested is there. And if we were to imagine the word interested, we usually think of intent of wanting to do something. And if you see that in the second part of the sentence, the person is saying they don't want to go to Thanksgiving anymore, there's a negative in there somewhere. So which one of these prefixes or suffixes could be a negative? Once again, make sure to go through the slides, rewatch the lecture if you need to, and complete this to the best of your ability. And I will see you later.